Hello, welcome to day 3 of my December 10-minute portrait challenge. It's lovely having you here. I see there are 6 people watching at the moment. Thank you for being here. Let me know where you're from. Hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, then please subscribe to my channel. You can hit the little notification bell and then you'll see whenever I'm going live and you'll be able to join in with this month-long challenge. And the idea of this is that it's a short time frame that accumulatively throughout the month, or we could keep going longer than a month potentially, and the more of these short timed sketches that we do, the more practice we get, and at the end we've got like a body of work which is all pretty brief and experimental, but just a great experience drawing all of these faces. So since it's just a short live stream, we'll get right to it. And yeah, I'd love to know where you're watching from. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Let me know if I'm actually live, because yesterday I thought I went live, but I didn't. And then I had done a whole drawing before I'd actually gone live. So let me figure out what I'm doing here. Yeah, this was day 1's portrait. And this is the one I did when I thought I was live, but I actually wasn't. And then I did this one to actually do a live stream. So I got to do 2 10-minute portraits yesterday. And it was interesting. I just put it up in the communities tab here on YouTube and also on my Instagram, asking which one people prefer, because I was actually really happy with this one. It's like, oh, no one saw it. And but so far people seem to prefer this one, so that's interesting. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Number 1, number 2 in the chat, which one do you like? Yeah, so I'm going to be working with pencil and watercolor, and I have a what are they called, polychromos pencil here. Hey Sophie. It's 2032 on my clock, so let's start drawing. We've got this really great photo of Tina here, which Maya suggested, because yesterday I was like, who should we draw? And Maya wrote to me and was like, oh, how about drawing my friend Tina? I was like, all right, let's do it. And I really like this photo. And yeah, just get into this. And this is not really like a tutorial, not an instructed drawing session. It's just like coming together and practicing and making the time, and I'm providing a little input and the space to come and draw together, and just going for it. So maybe throughout the month with all these 10-minute portraits, maybe you'll try something new, and maybe you'll have some where you're like, oh, that didn't really turn out very well, or maybe you'll love something that you do. And this is something that early in my practice I didn't really do much of. I would tend to spend days on a piece and just kind of keep erasing and redoing things, and I have come to really appreciate and love quick timed sketches, and I think they've really kind of like accelerated my process, and I've just seen so many faces now, and I really enjoy this kind of timed practice. Kitty's here. Hello. You like the first one? Yeah, there was more peace in the face. Interesting. It's interesting to hear what other people see and what they like about it. So I've had feedback from a few people what they preferred about those 2 different pieces. So this kind of process, putting down quick pencil line work, really awesome smile here. So cool. I love the folds over here. Really interesting. Yeah, this quick pencil drawing and then hitting it with some watercolor is something that I did quite a lot in October, because I had a job where we were doing together with Jenny Adams, Sibylla Lienhardt, and Ulrike Selders. We were doing 10-minute portraits in Düsseldorf at an event. So I practiced it a lot, and I really came to enjoy it. The combination of pencil and watercolor was not really something I'd done a lot of, but it's pretty cool, especially for this quick kind of approach. 10 people watching. Hello, everyone. I'd love you to hit the thumbs up and tell me in the live chat where you're joining from. So I'm going to be doing these 10-minute live streams all month. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen around Christmas and New Year's, because then got family obligations, and but hey, it's just 10 minutes a day, so maybe, who knows, maybe I can make the time to do it. Maybe I'll just be here live streaming to myself, or maybe some of you will be able to join. And I've also thought for those of you who perhaps have made the neck a bit thin, but that's interesting. Sometimes quirky things happen, and it makes it kind of interesting. If anyone misses a day, oh, this is an interesting shadow I got over here. That's a bit better. Maybe people join this challenge late, or maybe you miss a day, and then you can just binge watch a bunch of these 10-minute videos. Peggy, hello Peggy, drawing in avocado ink, so good, so good. Oh, I'm going to do some natural ink portraits during this challenge for sure. So that's my, oh dear, this brush is full of ink. I wanted to put some nice light watercolor in here, and I even got myself some clean water, but the brush is still full of ink. So I don't know. I'll bring this over here so maybe you can kind of see what I'm doing. I've just got some warm red brown kind of inks here, and not ink, watercolor. I dilute a lot, and maybe want a little test over here, see how dark it is. Add some more water, push that around a bit. If anyone has any suggestions for who we should or could draw throughout the month, let me know. So this is Tina and Maya from our weekly Tuesday drawing sessions. Made the suggestion and sent me this great photo. And Tina was also up for it, so we're drawing Tina today. And if any of you have any suggestions of who, there's still a lot of ink in this brush. So this is making the watercolor. I was going for this kind of warm reddish brown, and it's graying the color a lot. Oh well, I'll just go with it. If you have a moment, I know maybe you're busy drawing along with me. Hey, Mythological. Hello. That's interesting. So you set notifications to let you know 5 minutes after the live thing starts. I didn't even know you could determine when you're informed. That's interesting, because sometimes I will get a notification for channels I'm subscribed to, and it's half an hour after it starts, and I didn't even know you could request to be told when the lives are on. So yeah, anyone watching this who's interested in joining each day, either check out my Instagram, because I'll be letting you know what time I'm starting, or you can hit the little notification bell on YouTube, and it'll let you know. I thought this was going to be a colorful watercolor portrait, but I'm using a dirty inky brush from yesterday, so it's turning out a bit different than I thought. Okay, I'll just roll with it. I'll clean my brushes for tomorrow, and maybe we'll get a bit more colorful tomorrow. Because we're quite far into our 10 minutes already. And can go a little bit longer, it's just 10 minutes. But the idea of this is you only need 10 minutes, or even less. A great practice is just to have a sketchbook with you, and if you have a moment of idleness, boredom, or just some time and some presence, or you make the time, just take out your sketchbook and do a sketch of whatever you see, whatever's in front of you. I was spent 8 hours in hospital on Thursday. Everything's good. Was there with my son, and we just had to wait for so long just for a checkup. And I did some drawing with Arvid, which was awesome. I bought a sketchbook for him, a sketchbook for me, and we just sat together and drew because we had so much time. And it was actually really nice, just drawing together. So as I mentioned earlier, this is not an instructed video, instructed tutorial, but I did make a 10-minute portrait sketch tutorial on my Patreon, and I am super thankful, love all my Patreon supporters. If you would like monthly tutorials from me, check out the Patreon link, which is in the description below. And I take requests if there's anything particularly you'd like to learn from me, or a challenge for us to tackle together. Just let me know. And right, we're getting really close. I'm just gonna put something in the background here. Getting close to our 10-minute mark. I lost a bit of time with my dirty inky brush in the beginning, so maybe we'll go a couple minutes longer. And I see there's some people who have just joined, so thanks for joining us. Nice to have you here. Kitty noticed me using flat brushes. Why not pointed ones? I love flat brushes. I love flat brushes because you can fill so much space so quickly. And if you get on the edge, you can also get really fine lines like this. So I have pointed brushes, I just never use them. I think the flat brush, also broad edge pens, are such a versatile tool. And yeah, it's just become my thing. I don't use my pointed brushes. Also don't use super fine brushes. I'm not into like drawing each hair. This is already 10 minutes. I might just add a little more pencil definition. This feels like the foundation for something to definitely expand upon, but yeah, we're keeping it to 10-minute portraits. But this, I feel like this would be really good to keep working on top of, but it also has a real kind of life and energy. These, I feel that these quick, really brief portraits, they like have a life of their own. So it's something that we could choose to use this as a foundation and kind of come in and hatch, and you could add all sorts of things to this, or just leave it as it is and be like, that's it. And since I said 10-minute portraits and it's now been 11, I'm going to stop and say that's it. Just about now. So the final thing I do often to wrap these up is like, okay, what could do with a little bit more definition? Where is the high contrast in the reference image? And often there would just be like a few points where it'd be like that around the eyes, corner of the mouth, and maybe nostrils, just a few places that are really much higher contrast that you can really push to give it a bit more life. This edge over here is pretty dark too, so I made the background quite dark, but yeah, a little bit over 10 minutes, but that's it for today. This is our 10-minute portrait. So maybe I will keep going with this, but maybe I'll just leave it. I think I'll leave it, because then I can honestly at the end say, this is my series of 10-minute portraits from the month, and then look at what I feel worked for me, what didn't. And I would encourage you to do the same if you're drawing along. Like, we're going to have this really interesting collection by the end of the month where we'll be able to see things that worked for us, things that didn't, and what we can work on, or what we can like push a bit further. And yeah, it's really cool. I'm so thankful for having you here. If you have any questions now, I'm finished. You can watch the replay of this if you want a bit more time. Come back and grab the reference. I'm just going to add a little bit of darkness there. I'll come back over here. I'd love you to come join me tomorrow. So a lot of these live streams are going to be, are going to be like at around this time, I imagine, but not all of them. So the times will vary. And a great way to keep notified will be check out my Instagram, or make sure you've got your notification set to before my live stream starts. So Mythological has taught us something. You can have live streams notifications set after the live stream begins. Interesting. Maya, you're here. Awesome. So yeah, it was Maya's suggestion and request to, wait a minute, I'll just, this could be interesting. I'll bring up Tina over here, and you can see next to the reference how it is. If you want to grab the reference, you can just watch this video again, or you can check out today. You can check out my Instagram stories. I've got it up in there as well. And that's it for now. My sister, if you have a YouTube channel, where am I? If you have a YouTube channel, or you're thinking of starting one, my sister has a really cool channel about growing on YouTube, and she's about to do a stream right now. If you look up Claire Sara instead of Dylan Sara like me, it's Claire Sara. She's live streaming every day this month as well. So you could go check her out. She's doing YouTube channel reviews. So I'm going to have a look over there. What age did I start to gain interest in drawing? I have always liked drawing. And there was a phase where I kind of stopped. So Mythological asked, at what age did you start to gain interest? I am 39 now, and when I was 28, I started taking it seriously. So for a long time, I would have a sketchbook with me, and maybe I was drawing stuff from my dreams and grasshoppers that I saw, and then when I was 28, I started taking it seriously as like, this is actually the thing that I enjoy doing most, and I'm inspired by so many artists. So at age 28, I started really getting into it, but I've always been interested in drawing. Hi, Kargan. Yeah, that'd be great for Tina to watch the replay. So cool. Thank you, all of you, for watching. Give me a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, and come back every day. Or if you're watching after the live, you can just binge watch all of the available videos and do a whole bunch of 10-minute portraits. And yeah, see you next time.